Welcome to Authentic with Brazil 201. I'm your host, Brazil 201, and on today's episode, we're going to talk about the first three episodes of Amazon's new YA show, Off Campus. And I have to say, I know nothing of these books. I had no idea these were books. I am learning a lot because I am used to, I assume every good female love story thing has something to do with Colleen Hoover, but then I learned of the Emily Henry things as with people you meet on vacation and that cinematic universe, and now we are into the off-campus universe, which is made by a woman named Ellie Kennedy, and apparently there's 5 books. And I don't know. I've never, obviously, I don't read, but also I never even knew these were books. And I gotta say, I don't know what really, if they're just meshing these books together or how the order was supposed to play or whatever the situation is supposed to be. But I gotta say, this is a good replacement show. I don't even mean replacement show anyway, because I watched I had them early access on the Emmys app, and I kind of just like fell through it. But like it started popping up on my TikTok, and I was like, okay, everyone on this show is ridiculously attractive, like CW level attractive. And I don't this is like straight up like basically what Euphoria was like in 2019 in terms outside like Zendaya, everyone else was unknown. Like Sydney, people forget like Sydney Sweeney and Jacob Elordi were not quote unquote like famous yet as they are now, as well as like the rest of the people on Euphoria. But this is like a better Tell Me Lies. And I mean a much better than Tell Me Lies because I couldn't deal with the Lucy Stefan thing because I just couldn't buy that all these women were fucking Stefan because Stefan is not attractive or Steven, whatever the fuck his name is. I understand they date in real life. I don't think that will last as we see when co-stars date. We had Zac Efron, Vanessa Hudgens, or in Riverdale, they all dated each other. That didn't work. Or Gossip Girl, we see it. Just I don't believe in that, and I think Lucy's far too hot for. I mean, Grace Van, it's way too hot for him. But anyway, we're herein and I'm watching the show and I'm like, okay, this takes place at Briarview, right? This is the school they attend? They attend the show called Briarview, and our main guy, this is Garrett. Garrett is the dude on the cover with Hannah. Um he is they're seniors. I assume no, they're all seniors or they're juniors, or he's a senior at the college and he got drafted by the Bruins, and I guess his dad played hockey. And I'm kind of confused on this is the part of the situation where I feel like the writers don't really know because the NIL deals exist now. So technically all of these hockey players should have been getting paid, just like college football players. Women, don't yell at me. This is just from my perspective of the hockey storyline that comes into the show, meaning that this show is like Glee and straight heated rivalry and Tell Me Lies. Because and look, I let me tell you, I've watched 3 episodes. I have not watched more. So I don't know what happens. I've seen like the clips on TikTok, kind of what happens and shit. But okay, and I'm going to get a lot of things wrong here. We get the thing that Hannah is on a scholarship, but they cut funding and she's about to lose her scholarship. And this is the part where I believe the way colleges work is that you would know if you were losing your scholarship about a month before the semester started, because don't you have to pay for school before the year starts? Like the semester starts. So this is where I feel like this is confusing. Unless it was for this whole argument with the scholarship, it was for her next semester, right? The spring semester. But if she like writes a banger song, she could win the scholarship. So this is, I guess, like Niata in Glee with Rachel Berry, as you could say. I gotta say, I enjoy the musical performances because we needed a show that does musical like songs and shit again since Glee disappeared, in 20 when did Glee end? 2012, right? Holy shit. And I know we had Zoe's Extraordinary Playlist and Riverdale had all these musical moments and shit like that. But the main girl, Hannah, she could sing because I believe like 12 minutes in, we get the Elton John, the Bitches Back cover, which by the way, her cover is not on Spotify yet. And I'm very upset because that shit was very good. I was like, I'm just like listening to the clip on TikTok nonstop because I fucking love it. And I added I know like all the songs and the ones with the band from Justin are on Spotify, so I have them and I listen to them all. I don't know the context of like all the Hannah songs. Apparently, there's a playlist with um fucking Hannah songs are all on Spotify, so I don't know like what happens in it. They're all very good. Okay, so you go, little Rachel Berry, and I have to say, she looks the girl who plays Hannah, who's apparently 19, Ella Bright, looks like the girl who played Kat on Euphoria, and I don't know if you've seen, like, the girl who plays, Euphoria on Kat I mean, the girl who played, Kat on Euphoria, she, like, took a lot of Ozempic, and she's super hot now. So I thought that girl was the off-campus girl. Like, I thought it was Kat from Euphoria because they look very similar. Not the case. I love the singing, and we see that the music gets him back in the groove, and it's like he's good at hockey again. And then there is the best friend who's very by the way, what is up with all the pit people on the show? Allie, who is in this I believe she's dating the lame boyfriend. I don't know the name. The not the guy she meets at the Halloween party, Dean, right? But the lame guy she's dating who has family in Vermont, they're all juniors, right? So I understand is that Allie's been dating this dweeb the entire time, and it doesn't make any sense because I think she's just too hot for him. This kind of reminds me of like one of my neighbors, right? It's one of those like relationships they took like similar to Allie, right? Where they've been dating since I guess senior year of high school or freshman year of college or whatever. And maybe the girl was ugly back then and then became hot. And the boyfriend is like ugly and lame and like clearly she hasn't gotten real friends enough yet to be like, yo, when are you gonna upgrade? 'Cause you can't like realistically, any relationship that involves like being with since your senior year in high school, the dork you meet in English 101, those relationships do not last at all. And they just cut bait. Okay. Listen, it's just not. You're not gonna be Tom Holland and Zendaya. That is like the rare situation. Okay. And so like that, and she gets an agent, good for her, and she hopes to get like a line or whatever in a show. I guess she doesn't have her SAG card yet. The funny thing is, I kind of relate to the Allie character because I'm in The Devil Wears Prada too. And for those who've seen it, the scene with when Meryl's wearing the tassel jacket and there's the board thing, and I'm there, and I talk about the EBITDA and all the other shit. That was like my one line in the movie, and that has opened up a lot of fucking doors for me. Very similar to the girl in Obsession. Like now people have seen me and it's opened up a lot of doors. Okay. So I very much like I'm rooting for the Allie character because I get it. Anyway, Hannah then has to tutor Garrett because Garrett isn't passing enough classes. And then this is the other thing is I assumed if you were this is like a hockey school, not a football school. Similar to like Alabama, these kids don't go to real classes, right? The schools are making millions of dollars off the kid. And he already got drafted by the Bruins, apparently. I don't know why he's already not there. I don't know why he's still in college. This is the part I don't get. Please inform me if I'm wrong on all of this when it comes to whatever. They do it, and she's like, I wanna, he's like, she says, I really like Justin. She's hot. Well, we got to make him jealous, right? So they begin this fake relationship, and everyone buys it, and it's cute, and all of it. And then she has sex dreams with Justin. She has sex dreams with Garrett. Then I need to know the third guy. Um, I don't know the name of the third guy, but he lives with Garrett, and he's like the car mechanic that fixed her her Burberry, or it was a blue car or whatever. He fixes it. And I'm like, now I assume these are the three love interests throughout these 5 books. I understand, oh, they're on the cover, they have to end up together. This seems very like Elena Stefan in the Vampire Diaries. She is in one, and that just seemed dumb. And I assume car mechanic guy is who she ends up with at the end of all these books, right? Just inform me on that. I mean, how long are they in college in this? Because it seems to be that they're all going to end up playing for the Bruins next year, right? Because they're at least the two of them are seniors in high school. Not high school, college, right? In this situation, and also, I assume I've not watched ahead or anything. I finished ahead or seen anything, but the way Hannah reacts to like not wanting to drink things unless it's a unopened can. I assume she was sexually assaulted or raped her senior year of high school or freshman year of college, something like that, right? That seems to be heavily implied with the non-drinking unless she's comfortable and safe around someone. Okay, and I assume in a 13 Reasons Why type of way, one of these episodes coming up delves into that entire situation. I think that this part of the story is actually done pretty well. I'm amazed she's so, like, light and happy and everything still. Like, it's interesting how bubbly is, especially since it's not like the Hannah character's 30 and she's, like, 7 years removed from, like, this, like, situation. Now I assume I don't know, was it a rape and the guy, like, went to jail, or was it, boyfriend, boat drunk, not saying it's better, right? It's like a no, 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 no type situation. But then again, Hannah was drunk wanting to fuck Garrett, and Garrett said no because, you know, no one wants to bang a drunk girl who regrets it. I was drunk and all of it. Like, no, never do that, right? Don't bang the drunk girl. Okay. That's bad. Um, what else is happening here? There's a hot girl, Garrett. Is it Garrett? Is Garrett's fucking in that first, like, I was, because that's like one of the first scenes in this. That's the sixth scene. It's hot. That chick had giant tits. Okay. But this is where we are. I like the friendship of Hannah with Allie and the sister, Garrett's sister that runs like their version of the Gossip Girl account, this 5-second account. And if you make it, you're in it. And then the songs and all of it. I very much enjoy the show. I just have to say, I'm so glad this is like a good Tell Me Lies because I enjoy it. I'm glad we get musical things. Please put the Bitches Back cover on Spotify. I don't know who have to yell about this. This is a good happy show. Apparently already got renewed for season 2 and they're like filming it already. The girl who plays Allie is my type. Okay. But good for that. Okay. Like this is good for like good show. Okay, we haven't had a show that like kind of works this way because every show's been like demented, like Euphoria or Tell Me Lies, which is absolutely fucking chaos in all this situation. Or they're like fake versions of schools that would never like. Like this has always been my issue with like the High School Musical show, right? Because it was funny when the High School Musical show started. I think Euphoria also started. It was like 2019, right? It was 2019. Both these shows, yeah, 2019. I think both these shows started. And what was just the difference that Euphoria High School felt more real and like the High School Musical high school, they were absolute losers because like they never was like the only kids in the world who never had sex or cursed or whatever and all the other nonsense. It always feels like the High School Musical kids would get beat up at any other high school TV show, whether it was like All American or Riverdale or Euphoria or Tell Me Lies or even the Glee kids or Degrassi. But yeah, I very much enjoyed this show. There we go.